Well, hello there. My name is Dr. Diallo. I am a 26-year educator and an academic coach with lots of testing experience. I am also a test prep expert with study.com. If you are currently working hard to prepare for the Praxis Parapro assessment, that's testing code 1755, today is your lucky day. This competency covers reading, the application of reading skills and knowledge to support classroom instruction, as well as classroom scenarios, helping students understand a passage. Get ready and let's get started to take a look at some sample questions. Please pause this video. Take time to read the following passage to answer the question. Once you are done, unpause and we will go over the question and answer choices together. In this paragraph, there are various words that students may have difficulty pronouncing. What is a resource that the teacher can provide to support the student? A brief synopsis of the article before reading. B, a post-reading vocabulary quiz. C, a pronunciation guide for words seance, phenomena, and pragmatism. Or D, a student-written summary of the article. So in the question, we notice that they're telling us that students may have difficulty pronouncing words, and they're looking for a resource that the teacher can use to provide support for the student. So we want to keep that in mind as we're searching for an answer, that yes, we are looking for a resource that can support the student having trouble with pronouncing certain words. So for A, a brief synopsis of the article before reading. Well, as educators, we don't want to do too much of the heavy lifting in terms of front-loading too much information for students before reading. So this really isn't the best option. For B, a post-reading vocabulary quiz. Well, while it's good to check student understanding, notice in the question we are wanting to provide support for students having difficulty with pronunciations. So a quiz isn't likely to give students understanding of word meaning. For C, a pronunciation guide for words seance, phenomena, and pragmatism. This could very well be the correct answer because by providing students with a pronunciation guide, the teacher helps students understand how to pronounce the new words before they encounter them during context. So this is likely the best answer, but let's read answer choice D first. D, a student-written summary of the article. Well, the student providing a written summary is not the teacher providing support. So this definitely isn't the correct answer. Therefore, the correct answer choice for this question is going to be C, a pronunciation guide for words seance, phenomena, and pragmatism. Once again, please pause, read the passage, and unpause to go over the question and answer choices. What is a question that works in tandem with the last question that the teacher can use during reading to enhance the student's active reading skills? A, how do artists paint portraits? B, was your prediction about smiles and portraits correct? C, why is this artist writing about portraits? Or D, why do artists want to paint portraits? Well, the following paragraph gives the instructor an opportunity to ask students about the predictions they previously made. Reflecting on this prediction and comparing it to the answers allows students to develop critical thinking and active reading skills. So B, was your prediction about smiles and portraits correct, may definitely be the answer choice. For answer choice A, the passage didn't tell us how to paint portraits, why the artist is writing about paint portraits, or why artists want to paint portraits. So therefore, B is the only possible correct answer choice. Was your prediction about smiles and portraits correct? Use the following passage to answer the question. Read and respond to the following passage. Please pause and unpause when you're ready to go over the question and answer choices. Consider the following sentence from the passage. Alice is a fan of musicals, but Jane prefers fantasy television shows and horror movies. Which of the words in the sentence uses a long A vowel sound? Is it A, Jane, B, but, C, musicals, or D, fan? Well, the letters A, E, I, O, and U are called vowels and can make long or short sounds based upon many different factors, such as the ordering of letters in a sentence. In this particular example, the word Jane uses a long A vowel sound. Because there is an E at the end of the word, the vowel sound preceding the silent E makes a long vowel sound. Answer choice B, but, has a short U-uh sound. Musicals, for answer choice C, has the long U, musicals sound, and D, fan, has the short A, fan sound. So A Answer choice A, Jane, is the correct answer choice because, again, in the question, we are looking for the sentence that uses the long vowel sound, and A, Jane, is the correct answer choice. Please pause this video, take a second to read the passage, and we'll go over the question and answer choices together. Which of the following would be an appropriate pre-reading activity to support students in understanding this passage? A, draw a sketch of the landscape in the driftless region. B, watch the movie Ice Age and identify geological inaccuracies. C, develop a hypothesis explaining why glaciers did not cover the driftless region. Or D, define the terms glaciers and glaciation. It's super important to notice in the question that we are specifically looking for pre-reading activities that support students in understanding the passage. Pre-reading activity is super important because depending on if you've read the story or not, helps us understand which activity the teacher should assign. Well, for A, drawing a sketch isn't likely something you would do before reading the passage, so that isn't correct. B, watching a movie and discussing inaccuracies before reading the text wouldn't necessarily be effective either. And developing a hypothesis about glaciers not covering the driftless region would really do little in terms of supporting students with understanding a passage. The most appropriate pre-reading activity would be to D, define the terms glaciers and glaciation. Pre-reading activities should prepare students for the upcoming reading by building necessary background knowledge, including vocabulary. So answer choice D is correct. Define the terms glaciers and glaciation. So hopefully you found that video to be helpful. For more practice, check out our Praxis Parapro Assessment 1755 playlist. And for even more detailed practice, strategies, and customizable study materials, head on over to study.com and check out our Praxis Test Prep course. Those who study using study.com resources boast a 92% passing rate. Our courses include full-length exams, hundreds of authentic practice problems, and short targeted video lessons specifically developed based on the latest testing updates. With our resources, you'll know exactly what to expect on test day. Like this video and subscribe to this channel to get all of the latest Praxis test updates. And please leave your questions and your success stories in the comments. We would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching and happy studying.